Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? Great to see you all. Hope you're doing fantastic. What a nice looking bunch. It's great to see you. I hope you guys are able to chat. We're having some real issues on this end. I don't know if you guys are as well. I'm not quite sure what's going on, to be perfectly honest, but it's great to see you all. Hope you're doing fantastic.
1, 2, 3, copy, Roger.
Are we going through? Yes, we're going through. We're coming through. I can see that. There we are. Let's bring up our volume some. There we are. Yeah, great to see you, Laura Bruno Glitchy. How are you? It's good to be here. It's great to have you here. Elamar Collins, how are you? Happy Canada Day to you as well. Hope you're doing fantastic. Jenny O'Brien as well. Happy Canada Day to you. Viscon HD, how are you? Charmy B, thank you very, very much. Hope you're doing fantastic. You look very festive. Yags, and you went shopping.
Well, you know, guys, I like all the props, and I got all the props I could get. You know, the hats, the sunglasses, the banners, even a shot glass here, just in case. You know, got to celebrate it because we have two occasions to celebrate.
Yeah, get closer to your mic. They can't even hear you.
Two occasions to celebrate. Number one is July 1st, and that means it's Canada Day. Number two, it's our wedding anniversary. There you go. Yeah. Did you get a cake? Yes, we did. We did get a cake. And we're going to tell you all about what we did today and what we did 6 years ago, just a bit later. But before that, we're going to welcome our first member today, somebody who just joined our Branched Up Plus memberships. And we want to thank you so much. We really appreciate, guys, you supporting our channel. Thank you so much. Glitchy, you just got wrenched up.
Thank you so very much, Glitchy. Do appreciate it. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so very much.
Thank
Glitchy,
you so
our
much.
latest member. Big shout out to you. Yes, everybody that is members already flashed the new member emoji for Glitchy. Thank you so very much. Do appreciate it. That is absolutely awesome of you. Thank you very much, Glitchy. It's great to have you aboard. Hope you're all doing fantastic. I'll see Firewolf Tech. How are you? Great to see you. I'm engaged now. Oh, well, congratulations to you. Sorry, I can't clap at the moment, but congratulations. That is awesome.
That is fantastic. Congratulations.
Nice.
Let's put some emojis for that engagement. Firewolf Tech. That is amazing.
And Two Real Geeks just got monetized. Congratulations.
Woo!
Very well done. You guys have been working so hard. Great to hear.
And Glitchy says, yay, I waited a whole month for this. Well, thank you so much for joining our Pusa Pack. Remember to refresh your browser so you can join all and use all of those custom emojis that we have for our members there. And thank you so much. Do you appreciate it? We have Because She Shed here.
Hey, Robin, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you so very much. It's great to see you all, folks. Cajun Roots Reseller, great to see you. Hope you're doing great. Pleasure to see you all. What a fine-looking group. What a great-looking bunch. Like I say, I'm sorry. I'm just keeping an eye. If you guys are getting bumped out or something, please let us know if you get back in now so we can figure out kind of what's going on. Firewolf Tech, I'm engaged now. Once again, congratulations to you.
Official announcement from Firewolf Tech on his engagement, guys. Please, let's put some round of applause emojis for Firewolf Tech, who got engaged. And
isn't that awesome?
Diana said she just did a video about old couples and we should watch it. I don't know. Is that a hint of some kind? Is that a hint of some kind? How do you become a member? Vic Zone HD is asking.
The link is right there. You can check it out, or you can go over to our homepage and click the join button, and that'll tell you the both packages. And you can also go under the super chat button, and there's an option to join there as well. We like to say for the price of a super chat, you get benefits that last the whole month long. Holistic Living Down Under, happy anniversary and happy Canada Day. Well, thank you so very much from an amazing lady down under. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. Camp Survivor is asking how we're doing. It's great to see you as well. I am great and blessed. Well, that is awesome. Cajun Roots Reseller. Couldn't ask for much more than that. Capture Life Connection. How are you? Great to see you. How are you doing today? We see each other a lot in Canadian Drone Hub. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome.
Super chat. Firewolf Tech here.
I can't even do anything. I can't protect myself because of a hat and everything.
Firewolf Tech with sunglasses. I have sunglasses too. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. The first super chat of the night. Thank you so much for all the super stickers and super chats as well, of course.
Yes. Yes.
They fixed your issue. It says 1.6 now. Yes, it does. So I hopefully, knock on wood, it stays.
Yeah. That was a huge thanks to D-Crack for giving us a bump to try and get it back up there. But nonetheless, I'm not going to get emotionally attached to it because you never know when that is going to change. But thank you so very much for saying that.
And we have Because She Shed.
Oh my God.
Chat, $20
wow.
super chat from Because She Shed. Happy anniversary to my favorite YouTube couple. Love you guys. Thank you so much for all your help and great support to mine and others' channels. Thank you so much, Because She Shed. It's very kind of you, very generous
You're
of you.
such a sweetheart. You really are.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. That was really, really too kind, but thank you so very much.
Well, you guys, you jumped right into it. And I see a lot of happy anniversary and happy Canada congratulations in the chat. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. Charmy B just jumped in, Capture Live Connection. We're going to say hello, as always we do here, to each and every one of you just in a moment.
Hope you're all doing fantastic, folks. Hit the like button, tweet it out. I will say this. I kind of figured this. We had this unlisted. Something's not quite right. It might be a visit from our bots because nothing would make them more happy to do it on a day where we talk about our anniversary or something like that because they're such dedicated fans. But help us push through it, folks. I think that's what it is, or otherwise YouTube is going through a real bad pushback, which happened last night. All the servers were crashing like crazy. We weren't on, but when we were watching, could barely sit through anything. I've been in Canada for a full year now. Best thing I've ever done. Camp Survival, I'm glad you're enjoying it. And thank you for making Canada that much better by being here. So, oh my God, Farmall, Mr. Boom is in the house. How you doing? Thank you so very much. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. Great to see you, bud. Hope all is well down there. Thank you once again. Great to see you. All Things Paranormal, Leslie.
Hey. So good to see you here. You finally made it. Good to see you, my paranormal family. I'm the one that believes, and he wants to believe, but
it is absolutely awesome to have you here. Thank you so much for coming.
See you. Thank you so much.
Hope you're doing fantastic.
So excited to see you here. Thank you. Yes, definitely, Glitchy, you gotta click on the link in our community page, or just message me and I'll send you the link for the Facebook group so you can join our Facebook group for members as well. Definitely, guys. Hawkeye Station Paranormal here. Guys, we went live today earlier. We went on a drive, me and Andrew. Went for a little drive on a rural fields and plains of Montreal, just on the outskirts of Montreal. Beautiful location and a beautiful, beautiful weather today. The sky was blue and lit with sun and beautiful big white clouds, puffy clouds, you know, the ones that you make animal shapes from. And a lot of big, huge fields of corn and farmer fields. Beautiful drive, very romantic, as somebody said in the chat. So if you joined us earlier today, we had a really great chat and just to drive through and chatting about Canada Day and our wedding. But as we promised, we're going to talk a little bit more about our wedding tonight. A little story time.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at Hawkeye Station Paranormal. I'll send a demon to tuck Andrew in later. Oh my God. Can I hear my name at Echo? Well, my God, you didn't have to pay for that with pleasure. Because she shed a Robin. There you go. God almighty. And I would do that for pleasure. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much, Because she shed. Do appreciate it. Thank you so much once again. You're too kind. Lash hair, wandering Canadian traveler. How you doing? Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Brutal Jenkins. Happy Canada Day to our neighbors up north. Well, thank you so much. Hope you're doing great. And you just keep up that fantastic work. That's all I got to say. I appreciate it so much. Hope you're having a great one. Nick Molnar, how are you? Great to see you, bud. Hope all is well with you. Hope you're doing great. Happy Canada Day to you as well. Hope you're doing fantastic. West Haven, always and forever. Hello, Elena. What is going on? Hope you're doing great. There you go.
Good to see you. And there's my coffees here. And yeah, speaking about cake, we did have a cake. Andrew asked what I wanted today. And what did I say, Andrew?
A cake. It's always a cake. It's not cake. She wants a cake, like it's going to be brought in on a golden platter or something.
And why is a cake the best thing ever? Not a piece of cake.
Because it's ridiculous. Because you don't need a plate. You don't need. You just get to eat it with a spoon. You just get to dig into it like that.
Forget about all the knives and plates. You just take your spoon and dig in, and that's why you need not a piece of cake, a cake.
So
and that's
ridiculous.
what we had today.
So ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hello, Yellow Brick Road Reselling. How are you? Thank you so much. It's our anniversary also, 31 years.
Oh,
well,
my God.
My God, a big happy anniversary to you. 31
wow.
years. That is awesome.
That is fantastic. Congratulations to you. Yellow Brick Road Reselling, congratulations for the anniversary. We also know one another couple that has anniversary on the same day as we are is Panic D Paranormal.
That's right.
Our favorite paranormal couple. Don't get offended if you're paranormal community here, but those guys, they share our anniversary on the same day. So a great shout out to those two as well.
Patricia Gallant, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And all things paranormal, Leslie says, I love your accent, Senya.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so happy to see you here today.
Polly, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. We've known Polly forever and a day. How are you doing? Great to see you. Well, thank you so much for dropping by. That's so nice.
Our Hawaiian bear. Thank you so much.
Oh, Brutal Jenkins, you know it. And I thank you guys for your understanding about how I do things in here. I don't want to give credit where it isn't due. But you guys get tons of credit, and you guys keep awesome, and thank you so much for the kind words. Love you guys, and shout yous out from the bleachers. You don't worry about that whatsoever. Great to see you.
We have Metro Drones joining us here, and jumping in with a super chat right away.
Oh my God Almighty! Look at
$20 super chat from Metro Drones. Happy anniversary and happy Canada Day! Hey, happy Canada Day! Thank you so much to Metro Drones. Do appreciate that. Thank you. My accent is not French. Andrew actually knows French. I understand it. I don't speak French. I'm actually originally from northeast Europe, a little tiny country called Latvia. And we're going to tell you a little bit more how we met.
Yes.
A little secret. We met online on the game. So we're going to tell you how
much of a secret it is.
How we met in just a little bit as well. But yes, I'm from a different country, from across the seas, from thousands of miles away. Then I'm here right now in Canada. Proud to be Canadian, though. Proud to be Canadian and celebrating Canada Day. North of 54 cinematography. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is a very cool
great
chat.
to see you. Paul Peck is in the house. How are you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome to each and every one of you. My God, I can't believe Paulie's in the house. It's been forever and a day. Hope you're doing well, bud. Hope you're doing fantastic. It's so nice to see you. It's so nice to see each and every one of you. Sorry there wasn't more notice onto it. Well, today was kind of a loose day.
Yeah, it's summer, but we did promise you guys that we're going to be live today to tell you our story about our wedding, for those of you that haven't heard it for 1,500 times, and celebrate
That's not a well-kept secret either.
Yeah, celebrate Canada Day with those of you that are Canadian at heart, because you don't have to live in Canada to celebrate Canada Day. You can just feel a little bit Canadian, and like I said today in our live stream earlier, if you watch us, you are just a little bit Canadian, just a tiny bit. It's there because you are our type of people. If you are here in the chat, and Leslie here says what a cool chat. Yes, guys, all thanks to you. You're the ones that make it happen, make it so cool and so amazing here. So thank you for doing that. Laura Bruno here as well. Good to see you. Paul Peck Travel Tube, hello.
How are you doing? Great to see you, bud. Once again, Paul, who just recently passed 100,000, folks. 100,000.
Yeah, so 100,000. I'm waiting for the check mark. Where is the check mark? That's what I want to know. You know?
Try this and see what works.
Johnny Pockney, thank you so much for happy anniversary. Thank you so much, Polly. Love you to pieces. Oh, my God, guys. Thank you so much.
So awesome to see you, bud. So awesome to see you. And thank you once again, Johnny Pockney. Hope you're doing fantastic, bud. Hope all is great with you. BLT gamers, right back at you. Yeah, Xenia, maybe I have to make BLTs now after this is over. You've inspired once again.
Lash says, hey, Andrew, you look so badass in the thumbnail.
Oh, thank you. I
think you look even more badass now because he's shaved. Okay, we're going to leave that for after. Okay. Thank you so much. The shot is from our wedding, FYI, done by our photographer, Roman Gerasimenko. He and his wife, who is from Manchester, he's from Ukraine, she's from Manchester, kind of a little similar story to ours. They both live in Iceland, and that's where, they were our wedding photographers and our only guests.
Yeah, very cool. They came from, he came from the Ukraine, she came from England, and just, they couldn't ask for better people to do it.
Oh my God, yes. Definitely.
She wished us happy anniversary today, by the way.
Yeah. My goodness. They are fantastic too.
We've stayed at their house, our kids, and when we went back the next year with our kids and stuff like that and everything and that. So, yeah, pretty awesome people.
Guys, we're going to say hi to each and every one of you just in a moment as well. But if I can ask you to hit that like button and share it out, we do appreciate that. Share it out. DM your friend. Share it on Facebook, Instagram, Discord, Reddit, wherever you are. Shout out. Out the window to your neighbors, say they're live!
Storage Scavenger, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And Sister Sam Hayden, how are you? It's good to see you as well. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for dropping by. Hope you're having a great day, my friend. Hope you're all having a great day. It's a pleasure to have you with you here. It's a little mix of everything tonight. Just hanging out with you guys for a bit. You guys also, too, any questions you guys got for us about us, shoot.
Yeah.
If it's something we can't answer, we won't answer. We're pretty easy going.
You can ask almost anything,
Almost anything.
Almost anything. You
Yes.
can ask us if you want to know anything, as we are, today is a little bit off the kilt live stream. It's not our usual live stream. We just wanted to chat with you a little bit, kind of off, no plans, no kind of pre-scheduled things. We just wanted to chat with you today, guys. Just sit back, relax, get your favorite drink. Mine is coffee. Andrew, what is yours?
Coffee.
That's right.
Doing good, been working. I can only imagine, Sam. I can only imagine. Yes, you must be praying for some time off just to get your head back together. But thank you so much for being here. It is great to see you. Hope you're all doing fantastic. We can run on the side here a little bit, I guess. We can have this running with just something to fill it in the background. I wonder if we can, because you can't hear much into it. We can play little bits through it. This video is put up with no intentions of anybody ever really seeing it. I got 36,000 views on our personal channel. As you can see, I'm even surprised I got 50 subscribers. There's only 2 videos, this and one other one. We got married in a. Oh my God!
Paul Murray, hey you! Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, Paul Murray, with the super chat.
Well, thank you so much, Paul. Thank you so much. I enjoyed the puppets this morning on Rogers, especially the one that was compared to me. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for getting Xenia all wound up and all that good stuff. Hope you're doing fantastic, Paul. Great to see you. Thank you so much once again. Sweetie Todd, how are you? Great to see you. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome. Hope you're having a great night. This is just, we're just running little clips here and there, different things. I don't quite know what we're going to do because we never really had any plans. But these are just a few little, this weather. That was a really bad hurricane. It was 95-kilometer winds. We were right off the shore, which was translated into Whale Bay. And yeah, it was not the perfect weather for weddings, that's for sure. Oh, dear God, he's back at it again.
Yes, you need earplugs because it is Super Chat, reminding us to click that like button and share it out. Thank you so much to Paul Murray for the Super Chat. Do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Paul. You're awesome. Paul actually had a great new video out. He got on his surveillance camera his poor dog getting sprayed by a skunk.
Oh,
they took off across the yard and met up.
No.
The dog ran up to the skunk and oh my God, yeah, the poor dog. She's you got to see it if you haven't checked it out yet. Make sure to check it out on Paul Murray's channel. The
Is
pour
it
down.
true that you got a bathe in a tomato juice to get the
There's a
stink
lot
out?
better stuff now than that. Years ago, that was kind of the fix, but now there's lots better stuff you can get from the vet.
Oh, okay.
Pull your ears.
So we have the first question from Lodge, who asked, why did you choose Iceland? Why did we choose Iceland?
In grade 6, not again. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Great to see you. In grade 6, I did a school project. I grew up in a very small little town, so you can imagine what the library and resources look like there. And yes, there was no internet or nothing. And we had to draw countries out of a hat. And I drew Iceland, and I went into shock because I was like, I'm screwed. And by the time I was done the project, I swore before I died that I would make it to Iceland. And been traveling a decent amount. And then when Xenia came up with that one time, because it's not that I didn't want to get married to her. We've been together for a long time. I just wasn't big on doing getting married again. I was married previously. And finally, Xenia came up with the idea, why don't we do it in Iceland? And it wasn't my bucket list. It was a very smart woman indeed, I must say. I must say she found the way to bait the hook properly. But, I mean, no regrets. And it's not that I didn't want to, for the record, if anybody gets that way. It was, it just made it too much. I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah.
Should I keep going for example, Paul?
Oh my God, Paul Murray, thank you so much.
You've already given enough. You've already given enough.
Glad seeing you here.
She'll go crazy for you. For you've earned enough of them. You've given us way too much already, Paul. Thank you very much, very much.
Thank you, too. Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Mike here as well. Good
Yeah.
to see
Hey,
you.
Mike, how are you? Yeah, I know. This was my way to keep her quiet. I had to put on something, or it was never going to end. So this is what I ran with. I had my choice, and believe you me. What she put a boa around? What the boa that's sitting there? She threw over me a while ago. Now I know I seem like the type of person that would love to put on.
Boa. It's a boa.
I thought
not
that's
a
what I
bow.
said.
It's
Oh,
a boa.
boa.
Yeah.
She threw a boa over me a while ago, and I throw it off me immediately. The cool kid gaming. How are you?
Quicksilver! Quicksilver,
How
our
are you?
hero, our legend, Superman! Quicksilver, happy anniversary. Thank you so much. A perfect couple. We're way off perfect, but
Yeah.
thank you so much. A Viking woman always gets her man. Thank you so much. Hawkeye Station Paranormal. Well, in fact, Andrew had proposed to me a while before that. In fact, like years before that.
Yes.
But we weren't really planning on officially the wedding. It kind of was more like a symbolic thing, but we were kind of like, living together, having kids, kind of like a lot of people do these days. Funny story about our engagement. Andrew proposed to me in the middle of the rain while standing on one knee in the muddy puddle of Saskatchewan field right by the railway, and proposed to me with a tinfoil ring.
Yeah.
A tinfoil ring, yeah. He made a ring out of tinfoil. Now, since then I've had a beautiful ring, but I nevertheless thought it super romantic. I still have that ring
That's true.
in a box, a tinfoil ring, yeah. It was beautiful. It was very romantic because the rain was pouring. We were standing in that mud of Saskatchewan fields.
There's the exact spot, just off there by the railway
Now
tracks.
imagine it raining and pouring right there.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. That was quite romantic, but that was years ago. So we weren't really planning on anything particular. But then we decided, Iceland, and that was pretty quickly because I think we talked about that like in March or something, and we got married in July. So it was quite a planning from our side because we all did ourselves. We didn't have a wedding planner or anything, and back then it was quite rare at that time. It wasn't as often as it is now to go get married in Iceland,
We caught it at a best time. Well, I don't know if it was the best time, but we were lucky the time. We caught it just before it went over the top touristic.
Yeah.
After that, it started. This cruise ship started coming in, and from there on in, everything started to go downhill. Because Iceland, it was so amazing about it. It was pure, utter free at the top of the world. And now, I still love it. I'll go back. I've been there 8 or 9 times. I'd still go back again in a heartbeat, but it's not the same feeling. It is so controlled now. I am still here just at the park with my kids. I am listening to all things.
Thank you so much.
Hope you're enjoying your time out. Don't worry about that. least you had guts to do it. Good on you, mate. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And from that also stemmed our, business in Iceland afterwards, because we realized how hard it is to plan a wedding and destination, as well as videography and photography afterward really developed from that trip. It kind of started everything. And from that, our YouTube channel, and now what we're doing now. So kind of all interconnected, those 6 degrees of connections. Iceland was the best decision. No other place except New Zealand was better. Yes, New Zealand is one of the places in our bucket list for sure. Definitely. So we had literally just a couple of months to make all the plans, and it was hard to find how to do it because it's in a different country.
Guts or blackmail? No, there was no blackmail. I can't even joke about that. No, I wouldn't say that. No. Jeez.
I don't know what I would have to blackmail him with.
Pretty much everything was done.
Like kids already there. We live together. I don't know. It was just icing on a cake, really.
I'll say the truth about it. I had a change of heart. I didn't change how I felt about Xenia, but her mom had passed of cancer. Her dad had been taken years ago. She had no brothers or sisters. She's living 7,000 kilometers away from home. And after her mom was gone, and thinking of it over time, I started thinking, well, it is a little bit selfish. To me, it doesn't change anything. But, I mean, it's kind of like, I felt like she's a bit like free falling out there. Nothing to grasp onto. That's what, in short, changed my thinking about it, to be honest.
How did the process go? Did they tie a band around your hands? It wasn't a Satru wedding. It's a pagan wedding. First of all, how it was too expensive to get my family over here, and by that time my mom already has passed away, my father as well, so I don't have any siblings, so it was no point of dragging all the aunts and cousins here and all the expense. And, we just decided to do a wedding for us and not for everybody else. So we eloped. We didn't tell anybody. We went to Iceland. We eloped for the wedding. And yes, it was a Satru wedding. Paganism is actually official in Iceland. So as long as it is official in the country where you are doing a wedding, it is also credited by Canada. So although paganism is not official in Canada, it is in Iceland, and therefore it was officially registered by Canada as well. And yes, definitely. She had all of the traditions. She had a ring. You can see it in one of the pictures that we posted today on social media, where we had to hold on to it together. She was holding on to it, and you and me were holding to this ring kind of as a symbol of love and eternity. And obviously, the earth, fire, wind, and water. She was talking a little bit in English, a little bit in Icelandic. Fantastic woman.
She's awesome.
The priestess, we visited her afterwards with the kids as well.
Yeah.
Years later, we visited her as well. She's super fantastic.
I even went on my own that time when I was up as well. She is. We've had many a meal at her home, that's for sure.
Oh, yes. Glitchy says, I'm a Satru. Oh, my goodness. That is amazing. Cool. That is fantastic. Penny Pincher Slots, happy anniversary, says, thank you so much. Thank you.
That's
right.
That's right. The part about it being true and the part about it being made up, but all together. There you go.
That's right, Mike. Was beautiful.
Super. Oh, Polly. You don't have to do that.
Oh, Polly, you are literally spoiling us. Thank you.
You didn't
so
have
much.
to do that. Honestly, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much, bud.
Aw, thank you so much.
A ton of love to you. Thank you so much for that. Wow.
Thank you. Do appreciate. Super secret.
Just good to have you here.
Super chat. Thank you, Polly. Thank you so much. Do appreciate. Aw. Thank you. Thank you. Do appreciate that.
Oh my God! Thank you so much, Paul. You didn't have to do that, but it's just great to see you. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Jim Apple, I finally got my second shingle shot today from a CVS pharmacy, and they told me not to listen to Puša Studios for at least a year. I told them, no, I'm changing pharmacies then. Oh my God, I'm waiting.
My goodness, guys. Glitchy says, I've been a Satru for 4 years now. Still don't have my Walknut tattoo, but we celebrate Yule solstices every year. That is amazing. How did you decide to join a Satru? Let us know. It's super interesting. Polly says, I didn't, but I wanted to. Aw, thank you so much.
And True North Angler, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. Happy Canada Day to everyone in Canada. Thank you so very much, and I hope you're doing fantastic today. It's great to see you. Hope you're having a great one.
Thank you so much, Polly.
Lots of love to you, bud. Lots of love to you as always. Always, always. That never changes. Casper T. All, thank you so very much. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Good to see each and every one of you here. And yes, Mike, you can find it in our About section. It's hiding there. So if you really, really want to, you can find it. And that's why we're not putting it in the chat. It's only if you really look for it. We have Casper here. Happy Canada Day. Well, hello again today. Good to see you. Happy Canada Day to Jackie. And happy anniversary. Thank you so much. Xenia, have that same headband I got from Dollarama. Yes, that's right. Dollar Place is the best place for all of the apparel here, you know, all of the, how are they called here? Accessories. There you go. Accessories here, yeah.
Actually, speaking of that, when we got married, it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. We were at a bar called the Laundromat with an actual laundromat downstairs. And at the last minute before we left, I got this kick to go and grab a bunch of Canadiana stuff, shirts and stuff. And when we were at the bar, we handed it out and ended up, there's 8 countries involved.
Yeah.
And we had ourselves Happy Canada Day from Iceland. I'll see if I can put that through on the main one. It'll be easier. This is just a little thing we did. It's up as well. Let me see here. Is it not going to play it? Really? It's not going to play it.
Smash that like button.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much.
I wonder if I drug it in. Give me a second here. I'll see what I can do with it. So, oh, it's the format. I bet you $5.
Oh, thank you so much, Haley family. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, we wanted guys to just chat with you today. Thank you. A buddy of mine, Icelandic, told me that this minute was is that? So I studied the religion and began to believe. That is fantastic. Wow, it's so interesting to hear that, Glitchy. Really amazing. You never know, right? Mike, it's there. It's in the About section. Gailey family, yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Karaoke Ken is joining us. Hello, how are you doing, Canadian family?
Been a while. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Sorry, I'm just looking for something at the moment, guys. I do apologize.
Good to see each and every one of you. I love that picture. Polly says, yeah, you guys have heard the story already.
Yeah, you guys can tell it for everybody.
That's right. But nevertheless, we always love sharing it because it's definitely is a memorable time. John Farnsworth, hello and welcome here. Welcome to our chat,
John.
How
are you doing? Good to see you.
South Saskatchewan farmer. Guess what?
Hey.
What? What? What is it? What's up?
I was just showing them South Sask. This is where I first proposed to Xenia, out by Halbright, on that road right there by the railway tracks. So we were just talking about your neck of the woods. Well, roughly your neck of the woods. You get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, that's where he proposed to me some time ago. XOXO, good to see you here as well. Hello, how are you? Thank you. Cheers to you as well. That is awesome, guys. Thank you. Yeah, so if you have any questions about our wedding in Iceland, our Viking wedding in Iceland, or how we met or anything, let us know in the chat.
It's like how I met your mother, but for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell the stories all.
Nay and Trey, hello, good to see you. Welcome back. And John, welcome to our chat. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying yourself in our chat here today. And if you are in Canada, well, happy Canada Day to you. And if you're in US or somewhere else, well, I hope you are Canadian, just a little bit in your heart. I've been through there a few times. Well, I bet.
I'm
farmer.
sure. I am sure about that. To that area. That's where I used to work at it for Brady Trucking. Was just down the road in Halbright. Sorry, I had to convert this and I didn't know where to.
Guys, in the meantime, if you can click that like button and share it out, we do appreciate if you do. And let me say hello to each and every one of you here. Hello to XO AIM. Hello to WTF Mike. Vegan Realist is here. True North Angler. South Saskatchewan Farmer, Polly Bear, Nay and Trey, Laura Bruno, Karaoke Can, Johnny Pockney, John Farnsworth is here, Jim Apple, Jackie Haru, Food Reviews, Haley Family, Glitchy, Casper to you all, and Capture Live Connection is here. Hello to all of you here, and if you're just watching us or listening us, hello to you too. Oh.
So Sal says I've been there. The notification bell is working for me now. Oh, well, that's awesome, and it's great to have you in here. You guys are absolutely awesome. Do appreciate having you. Brady Trucking, you ran truck then? Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Yep. Yeah, of course they're all gone now, and that's since I left and that afterwards with the oil. You know how it went for a while. I hope it gets going again for everybody out there. I'm doing well. They through all the fun times. Retail been really busy the past few months. Oh, I can imagine. Karaoke Can. I can only imagine.
Yeah, I bet. My God.
No, Mike. No. We're good. Please remove that. Please.
It's there.
Yeah.
If somebody's looking for it.
Yeah, really. Or I gotta time you out. You gotta remove that. I can't have it sitting there that way. No. No, please, Mike, because I can't remove it. Please remove it. Or I do got to time you out. I can't have that in our chat. Thank you very much, but yeah.
Flippin' Frozen, how are you today? Again, good to see you, Flippin' Frozen. How are you, Mike? Mike, be good.
I'm sorry, Mike. I'm going to have to time you out in a second. I can't have that there, and I can't remove it. Sorry, I can't have that in there. I know who that's referring to, and I'm nothing like them. And I don't want to be like them.
Saskatchewan Farmer asking if it's a rig moves.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you very, very, very much.
We appreciate that.
I do appreciate it. I really, that one, yeah, that's, I don't have a lot of stuff. That one, I do not want to be in the same boat as, yeah, thank you very, very much. Sask Farmer, no, we didn't do rig moves. Hauling oil and doing rig servicing. Rig servicing, of course. Kiss my butt. You showed me it without my permission. No, I know. But that one, you know, you're not stupid. You know exactly where that one refers to. And I want to, yeah, I'm not going into that category. I know you're joking around. Your permission. You signed on the dotted line when you became a member. And I do appreciate it. I'm sorry. I know that one I'm just really touchy about. But thank you very much, Mike. I do appreciate it. God, you almost gave me a small coronary there. Shane Radio, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. I just don't. Wow. I swear to God, my heart wouldn't started to flutter for a minute. Ma Truth, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome.
Good to see you. Good to see everyone here. Shane, how are you doing? How are you? Blind Neil is here. Hello. How are you doing? Good to see you here again. How are you, Polly? I agree with Mike, he says. Oh, my God, you guys. Oh, my God. Good to see you. I thought about doing that. Good thing I didn't. Yeah, you would have been in trouble, right?
Yeah, thank you. I'm literally dying. Yeah, no, because, yeah, that one, yeah, we're not going to give hands up and all that craziness. Yeah, thank you very, very much for thinking of us, Mike. General is awesome people. Well, thank you so much, John. Do appreciate it. Distorted FPV, how are you? Thank you so very much. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome. Well, I got to work cows, but I'll stop by. Thank you so much, Southside. You have a fantastic night. Really great to see you once again. Hope you have a fun one and give our best to Rock and Robbie's, okay? Hope he's doing fantastic. How much is a real fancy place in your area? How much is a really fancy place in your area? You mean to eat or to live or what do you mean?
Yeah, it's a wide variety of things that we can do fancy here.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Especially, well, a lot of them are closed, I guess, so it's kind of still limited.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. You want to buy a house here?
Yeah, all things paranormal, Leslie. Hello, everyone just joining the chat. Welcome back. Are you back from the park?
Welcome back. HC channel, hello. Thank you for thumbs up. And yes, guys, if you can click that like button, we do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Still looking beautiful and handsome. Great to be back here. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. HNC channel. Today we're just a little free-for-all, kind of celebrating 2 events at the same time and just chatting with you guys. That's what we're doing today. If you're just jumping in, say hello in the chat so we can hi to you. And hello to you. Say hi. We don't bite, so don't be shy.
No biting. No biting whatsoever.
Yeah.
Nibbling, maybe a little bit.
Nibbling, just a tiny bit, on the ear.
A wee bit.
A wee bit on the ear. So say hi in the chat if you can. And we're talking about our wedding that happened 6 years ago in Iceland, our Viking wedding, and today's also Canada Day. And what a lucky man, Andrew. I'm not talking about getting married to me. About having our wedding on Canada Day. So easy to remember.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It's my little cheat sheet.
Yeah. Hexe MIDI plays some music. Happy Canada Day to you. Thank you. Good to see you again. How are you?
Oh, that's no worries, Leslie. No worries whatsoever. I wasn't sure if you got back or not. No worries whatsoever. And folks, Leslie is new here, All Things Paranormal, so make sure to say hi to her. Get to know her. Punchy Paints, how are you? Thank you so very much. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. Great to see you. Thank you once again. Just don't PayPal in there. Oh, my God. To eat. Restaurant has a lot of, Montreal has a lot of pretty well-known restaurants. It's quite worldly.
Rubens, for example.
Well, that wasn't exactly what I was thinking of the high end, but okay.
It's not high end?
No.
What?
Le Coup de Cheval and stuff like that.
Have I
and
been
everything.
there? Why not? What happened?
Brand Ariels, you couldn't have come in at a better time, as well as Jackie Hooters of our amazing Canucks. Hope you're doing fantastic. Happy Canada Day to you both. Hope you're doing fantastic.
So I think Mike got you in trouble now. So I was under impression all this time we have been living here in Montreal that Rubens is a fancy place. Like that's where they get the fancy smoked meat. And apparently it's not. So now I want to know. Now I am with the same question as Mike is.
She's driving me crazy.
What
folks.
is the fanciest place in Montreal?
She's driving me crazy.
And why? I haven't been there yet.
She's got everything all asked for. She's
like, what is happening here?
Punchy Pain says my son had a Viking wedding as well. Jumped over the sword and all. That is absolutely awesome.
Nice.
That's fantastic. I didn't know that.
That is fantastic.
And speaking of over the top and crazy, here we go.
Super Stick, Super John, Super Stick, Super John, Super Stick, Super John, Super Stick, Super John. Johnny Pockney leveling up. Thank you so much for that. Super Stick, Super John, Super Stick, Super John, Super Stick, Super John, Super Stick, Super John. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Johnny. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. That is absolutely kind of you as always. Thank you so very much. And welcome, Brad. Thank you very much for the Happy Canada Day. Do appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Hello.
J-Dog, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Maureen, how are you? Great to see you.
Good to see you. Hello. How are you? And I see that the HC channel is just having the same problem as we do. We have to approve all their messages there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you answered the question? Don't make it drop your paper. Yeah, I can't answer. I thought it's Rubens, and that's what I was answering you because it is pretty fancy place. I think we only been there once with my mother. There's
places that you can, like Coup de Cheval, you're gonna pay $100 or $150 just for the meat, and it's an actual butcher on site that comes up, holding up a tray, and you get your cuts. And I've been to these places. When I was working for the music company, when it wasn't my money paying for it. But when it's my money paying for it, I'm not so fussy. How's that for an answer?
Are you kidding me?
Really, Karaoke Ken, don't entice her. Don't entice her.
Are you kidding me? You have been to these places, you're even saying now.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we were in Latvia, we went to the fanciest place ever there. Remember that?
I do.
He tipped the busman, I don't know how many
About
dollars.
$20. I had the coins, half drunk.
Poor thing, probably just passed out from all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I brought you to the fanciest place in Riga back then.
But I paid for it.
Right? So why we haven't
Thank
been
you.
in the
You
fanciest
pointed,
place in Montreal?
and her defense, before it sounds bad, I told her I wanted to take her. I said, "Where is the best place in Latvia to go?" So I got to say that right away, so it doesn't sound like she was asking for it.
No, he did ask me. So now
Yeah.
maybe I should be asking Andrew. Can you take me to the fanciest place in Montreal, please?
Sure. As soon as I get a job with Jam again and they're paying the whole bill and I'm not responsible, I'd love to take you there. Judy, how are you? Thank you. So great to see you. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just changing topics. I'm shifting
We
gears.
are
right
discovering so many new things today, guys. You know, together for decades, married
Sucks
6
to be
years, and this is what I get for this. Arizona Timeless Tourist, hello, how are you? How are you doing today? Judy, good to see you. What restaurant that inexpensive in Canada? Or expensive, maybe. How is it called again?
Okay, I got you, fam. Happy anniversary. I'll send it. Oh
No,
my God, no,
no.
you crazy ass. Don't you talk like that. No. Just great to have you in here. I'm not even saying your name. See, I'm not even shutting you out as I answer you. So you don't have to do it.
TF.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no. Hi, Quiz Mike, good to see you here.
Great to see you, Pixelpia. Thank you so very much. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I started to say a while ago, I got the video converters. You heard the ding. It sounded like a microwave was ready.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wondershare. What we did was when we left for the airport, just a little bit before that, I ran to the dollar store and grabbed as much Canadiana stuff as I could get, put in my bag. And after we got married that night, we're in this bar called the Laundromat at 1 o'clock in the morning in Reykjavik. And we got 8 people from 8 different countries to say Happy Canada Day from Iceland. Let me see if it will work now. There you go. And
2, 1.
that was taken at 1 o'clock in the morning, and you can see outside the midnight sun. It's just the tint from the bar lights. And what we didn't know was that the table right behind us, those guys all sitting around on the higher table, they're from one of the biggest bands in Iceland.
That's right.
I'm trying to remember their name off the top of my head, but that was a lot of fun. That was just a couple hours after we got married. So
So good to see you. Leslie, thank you so much for popping in. I'm glad you finally made it here.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
It was so nice to have you. Thank you so much for coming.
HC family was saying that they love listening to us. We sound like a talk show.
Well, we do talk a lot. There's no doubt about that.
And Karaoke Ken suggested, I think she should do the super chat, a chant till he agrees to take you. Ha ha ha.
She knows there's certain things, there's certain price tags that can't be crossed. I'll find new ways to cope. Yeah.
Arizona Timeless Tourist celebrating 24 years of lovely marriage next month. Well, congratulations, guys. What is your secret? That is fantastic. Congrats. Wow.
Oh my God, Brand Ariel, today is my dog's birthday too. He's named Mac after Sir John A. Macdonald. He was our first Prime Minister of Canada. That is so
You
scary.
might want to rename him now.
Yeah.
It's not PG anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Unfortunately, so poor doggy has to have a new name now. Thank you so much, Leslie. Enjoy your day, the rest of the day. Thank you. Yeah. So that was our Canada Day celebration. Andrew just was showing you earlier. That was fantastic too. It's one of those things that you see on TV kind of thing, you know, and then you kind of get to do it. And I didn't even really know. Andrew wasn't like kind of sharing with me that plan. We had some Canadian things, but I thought they're there, you know, to give to people that we meet along the way, because we also had a honeymoon afterwards through some Scandinavian countries and stuff, and Latvia. So that's why he got it. So I wasn't really expecting that Happy Canada Day, which was so fantastic. I think it was really fantastic to get everybody together like that.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, International Happy
Yeah.
Canada Day, definitely. Yeah, so we didn't have any reception or anything like that, because it just was 2 of us and our photographer and his wife. But we had two things. One of them was a fantastic welcoming reception, Icelandic traditional supper at our priestess's home. So she actually invited us to her own house at her own dining table and made us traditional Icelandic pancakes with rhubarb jam and a homemade whipped cream, and fantastic. It was just our priestess, photographer, his wife, and that's just the two of us. And we spent hours with people that we just met that day.
Yep.
You know, 3 people that was part of our wedding, the only 3 other people besides us. And we spent hours laughing and chatting like we have known each other for years. It was a fantastic evening.
Weidman Photography, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you so very much. It's so nice to see you. Absolutely fantastic channel. Known him forever. Thank you so much for coming by to wish us happy anniversary. Fun fact, Pusa, and related to our first Prime Minister, my great-great-grandfather, or something like that. Are you serious, Jackie?
Whoa, that is so fantastic. Oh, wow, that is interesting.
Oh, karaoke Ken, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Yeah, it's kind of a fan favorite. And don't worry, there's always somebody stirring her up. Hey, since you haven't been around a little bit, the term I use for it is we're taking the blanket off the budgie cage. Like, that's what we call it.
You could have saved that one for yourself today.
I could say that one for myself today.
Yeah, because I don't like when you say that.
Oh.
You know?
I say it with love.
Yeah. Thank you.
Vince Land, how are you? Good to see you. Vince Land is in the house.
Happy Canada
Day. How you doing?
Montrealer here. Well, almost Montrealer now. Happy Canada Day to you.
Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, so we had a dinner at our house for hours there, and then we celebrated it in the restaurant.
I gotta say something right now. Skies took my drone. Thank you so much for being here. I had to, when I was in the other night. I'm sorry the way I dropped in. I was hanging around for a little bit. I couldn't. I was trying to find out if our chat was acting up again. We've been working with YouTube. It was. We've had this issue where we're getting blocked wherever we're not moderators. And then it kind of came back, and then went back again, and back and forth. So that's why I was in your chat, because I know you well. Came in to try it for a few times to see. I tried 2 or 3 different chats that night. And then my daughter was upset. She had a spider in her room. So I never got a chance to finish telling you why I was there. So sorry about that. I do apologize, but thank you so much for having me. That is all I know. I am an American. Happy Canada.
Oh,
Don't worry,
Canada. Thank you so much. Thank you. Guess who just came back from Parliament? This guy. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I bet. Yes, there's lots of stuff going on and trending on Twitter too today. But we're celebrating. We're still celebrating.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Scott. Because I felt bad. I never got a chance to, because by the time I got back, everything was done. So I just wanted to tell you right off the bat. I named my dog after Jackie. Her food reviews great-great-great-grandfather.
That's a great out. You found your out. If somebody's gonna ask nowadays, because you never know nowadays, right? So,
Oh my God.
you gotta have the reason there. Thank you.
I sure did. That's one thing she gets definitely is primary spider protection. So don't worry, computer check always taken care of.
Capture Live Connections. Drive safe, please. Thank you so much. We'll be listening in. Andrew Hondo, hello.
Hey,
hello.
Andrew, how are you? Good to see you, bud. How you doing? The guy with the fantastic name, of course. Hope you're doing well. Mungo Myers, how are you? Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're all doing great. It's great to have you guys in here. This is kind of an impromptu one, but it's a pleasure to see you all. Related to Johnny through one of his sons. Wish we had been a better person, though, and wasn't known to be an alcoholic.
Well, we don't choose our family, and it is a part of a history, no matter what it is, So that is cool, though. Look at so many discoveries. We discovered somebody who is part of a Satru, Glitchy, and we discovered Jackie, who is related to the first Prime Minister of Canada. Wow, lots of discoveries. Also, we discovered that Andrew still haven't taken me to the fanciest restaurant in Montreal. Although he have been there himself. So lots of discoveries tonight, guys. I find it's very fruitful.
I don't know why you'd be surprised by that. I think that makes perfect sense the way I am. I'm sorry. You're not missing much. I make better steak than they do for you. All right. She's on a roll.
Vincent in Ottawa? Well, they have that. No, I didn't know that. I know they have a fans, though, around when we went there for a New Year's celebration.
Well, they were supposed to be starting work for the next 10 years on the building. Is that part of it?
Yeah. Why are you streaming on your anniversary night? You should be romancing Xenia at Puša Studios.
We had a nice day today.
We had a really nice day.
Yeah.
We were live earlier today, FYI. We went on a drive, and somebody said that we might be having winky winky afterwards in the car. So we either might have or might have not have. We had winky winky in the car, earlier today. Hidden Numismatist, happy Canada Day.
Hey, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing great.
Punchy Paints, thank you.
And Noel, Slideshows is back. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome. Hope you're having a great day.
Good to see you guys. Fork meets food. Hello. How are you? And thank you. John, thank you so much for dropping in. Thank you. Hope you can make it again soon.
Take care. Have a great night. Thank you so much for coming by. It was really great to see you. And Fork Meets Food, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing great.
I think it was Casper Triol who called it Winky Winky.
That's who I think so too. Yes. Now you said it, that rings a bell. So
yeah.
I got to thank WTF Mike once again for getting Xenia all wound up on the idea of the restaurant. I can't thank him enough. He's always good at putting little wigs in her ear about that kind of stuff. If that's what they call it these days, I am so out of the loop.
Yeah, Winky Winky, apparently. I didn't know that.
Oh my God, Ray Kid, how are you? How are you guys? It's like crazy. Have a Canada Day. Beautiful country. 3 months still not back to work yet.
I bet. So good to see you.
One of the most amazing people on YouTube. Thank you so very much for being here, Ray Kid. It is so great to see you, bud. Oh my God, Pixel Pia, you already? Oh my God, gonna start to take.
What are we gonna do with you, Pixel Pia?
Yeah, we don't usually do so. We're joking around with stuff like we usually don't do that kind of like over the top stuff. You don't have to do that. You already give us so much more than you didn't have to do that. Thank you I don't know what to say. You're crazy.
I'm really touched, Pixel Pia. Thank you so much. Wow.
I promise she's gonna get 2 McDoubles tonight. You have my word onto it.
A box of donuts.
A box of donuts. Oh, God. She's starting to lay down the terms. Here we go.
It's a start.
Here's Lincoln, how are you? Thank you so very much. It is great to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Blind Neil, I will say this and then hide. LOL. I'll tell you a virus joke now, but you'll have to wait 2 weeks to see if you got it. Oh, Neil, you're awesome. You're so awesome. Thank you so much for the joke. Pixel Pia, once again, thank you so very much. That is extremely, extremely kind of you. So it's Canada Day there. Happy that day is for you guys. It's almost the 4th here. Happy 4th as well to everyone on here. Most definitely, most definitely. I mean, the predominant viewership of our channel is American, of course, and we're going to be celebrating right beside all of you on the 4th also. It's great to have you guys here for Canada Day as well. A good 4 meters high, either concrete or some other tough material. Say it again.
Interesting. Yeah. I'll have to check that out. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That was really, really kind. You didn't have to do that. That was really over the top.
Lincoln here. Lincoln Central Coins is here as well. Hello, how are you? Good to see you.
Hope you're doing great. It's awesome to see you. And once again, Ray Kid as well. God, it's fantastic to see you. It's been forever and a day, and I know we've been all crazy as well. But I've been catching up. I even leave a odd comment in that. I do catch some of your stuff in that while I'm working in that on the replay, unfortunately. But I definitely got to get in the live again soon. Drops Family Garden, how are you? Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. Great to see you. Hope you're having a really great day. By the way, Ray Kit, I forget now. I'm not hitting because I forget. If I'm not a mod when I'm going to be in your chat, though, you're going to have to unblock all of my messages. We got a huge glitch going on with YouTube. We're trying to get it fixed. It actually went away for, 2 days?
Yep. I guess they were trying.
And it came back. So anywhere we're not a mod, everything we say gets blocked and has to be... there's somebody else said that in here tonight that came in. Was it John? Not John.
H&M.
H&M, yeah, they had that.
Yeah, the same glitch, yeah.
Yep.
We're not the only ones, unfortunately.
It's frustrating. It's been over a month. We can't give a super chat to anybody. We can give stickers, but we can't give a super chat. Anything we type in automatically is said that can't, like, I don't know if you've ever done that where you've tried to write something like with swearing or anything like that, and it says the X comes through, it can't. We get that for anything we type, even if it's the word hi. I took some footage, which is, and we'll post it in a day or two and let you know I am post tonight, but my boss will know if I posted it. She'll have my... No, you don't want to get yourself caught in that. No worries. On the 29th of June, you helped me push for 20K. So a few days ago, it was the 29th. Well, you pushed us a lot too, my friend, and we can't thank you enough. That's been minimum a two-way street.
Definitely, and you're way past that now, Rakit. Fantastic. I hope, although you haven't been able to get back to your job, I hope it gave you a little bit more time to enjoy your new home and your wife-to-be. If you want to look at the good side of it, I hope you guys enjoyed some time together.
Oh, Pixelby, that's why we love you. I know I'm a bit crazy, but that's why people like me. You're awesome. You're the words can't describe you. You're exactly what YouTube is supposed to be. Google has been a pain in the neck, Andrew. Google Mod, yeah, it has, and it's frustrating. It's not something that gets worked out overnight. That's for sure.
Yeah, and thanks God, at least the super stickers are still there because we love to support other YouTubers as well, and we can't give super chats anymore. And they seem to not see the problem in it.
No, that's all normal in their eyes. Yeah, it's that's not frustrating or anything.
Yeah.
Talking about not being able to chat, did you get the screenshot, scan the
Yeah, and I did send the staff. I've been in talks back and forth with them. They don't see a problem. They're like, well, people aren't just going to approve your messages. Like, yeah. When you are in somebody's chat that have like 200 people there, they're going to be approving each of your messages for sure.
Only a few months away, October 30th. Man, is it ever passing? We're already past the longest day of the year. I can't get over that, I can't believe it. We're already past the solstice and we're on the countdown. Yeah. That's terrifying.
I actually was watching live stream of a Stonehenge of their solstice. They were live streaming. Such a great experience because you never know you're going to be able to be there at that exact time. It was a bit cloudy though in the morning for the sunrise, but nevertheless a great experience. I really enjoyed that. Vince and I also get to meet Maxim Bernier. Oh, wow. Quite an experience today.
You had a real busy day. There was lots going on. That's awesome. Ron G. Hello, folks from Mass USA. Welcome, Ron G. How are you doing? It's great to have you in here. I was just about to show you. This is another thing we went to in Iceland when we got married. This is, I don't know if some of you have seen this already, some haven't. And you're married. That's what.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. A wife-to-be. They just moved into a new house.
I didn't make it to put it together. I thought it was the anniversary song. I was going to ask you after we were done, so now it makes sense.
Men.
Yeah. That's right. Men, we're horrible.
I keep
burn
track
us at the stake.
I keep track of all of that. Yes, he's getting married.
My God Almighty, October 30th. It is creeping up there. He's
terrified. What suggestions do you have for terrified Drake yet?
Drink.
Well, you still got to remember something.
Drink. That'll all come together. Don't worry.
We drank some kind of homebrew blackcurrant Icelandic drink we had. That's what was in that picture as well for the Icelandic Asatra wedding, too. How is it called? The horn?
Yeah.
That's what she had in a horn, too. Was it Icelandic homebrew thing going on? It was pretty good, though.
Polly Bear says, I want to go back to work. The wife is driving me crazy, Pusa Studios. Where did my work go? That's my song.
Yeah, Rick, I don't know if you knew, we got married in Iceland in a Viking wedding 6 years ago now. And that's what we're celebrating today. So
it's one of those things that I figure everybody's heard and knows about now. Like I that's why I feel, like I say, people like Polly and that, they could tell the whole story. We don't even need to be here for this.
Yeah.
They could take over and do the whole thing.
Drop family, you definitely have to go there. It's a beautiful place, and you can't compare it anywhere else with Iceland.
Jason Vlogs, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Train Watcher Don, how are you? Hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you so much for the happy anniversary and happy Canada Day. Hope you're doing fantastic, my friend. Karaoke Ken, how many years y'all been married? We've been married 6 years. We were together, of course, long before that. But we eloped, left the kids at home, and took off to Iceland, got married. Ray Kid, oh my God, I've been to the Blue Lagoon, Iceland. Isn't it awesome? It is absolutely awesome.
You wanted to get married there. Oh, that's exactly. We eloped. It's so much cheaper and so much more enjoyable. It was just the two of us, no gas, no.
But he's gonna have a fantastic time though, going to Vegas to get married.
Well, I know. It's a different type of the wedding for sure. But we enjoyed definitely a beautiful place. And if you haven't been in Iceland, any of you guys, you definitely should.
And this is the Blue Lagoon where we went the day after for our honeymoon. Now it's almost impossible to get in this. If anybody doesn't know, if you look over where that steam is coming out from the other side, that's the Reykjavik power plant. And it's the only power plant in the world where you can swim in its byproduct because it's all geothermal. The water runs through the turbines and they pump in seawater to cool it down. And the locals used to jump the fences. There's hot springs all over the country, but this one here is the biggest. And they turned it in. They were chasing people out left, right, and center, and then finally they said, "Well, to heck with it. Let's turn it into a tourist trap." And that's exactly what they did. And now there's a clinic and everything for treating psoriasis because of the silica. And it is an unbelievable place. And sometimes when you fly with Iceland Air, your flight lands in the morning. You get your connecting flight in the evening over to Europe or vice versa. People get off the plane, take the bus over, and spend the day here before they continue on with their flight. Here's a picture of us there.
Tokyo Drew, good morning and happy Canada Day to our Canadian in Japan.
Yes, definitely. How are you doing? Great to see you. Our expat living in Japan with a fantastic channel. Hope you're doing amazing.
Ron G, welcome here. And Karaoke Ken wants a super sticker, super chat. I only do the super chant only for the stickers.
All Pixel P, you don't even have to say, my God, I still can't believe you did that. Don't worry.
Oh, nice. Strawberry blueberry mixture. That will be delicious. Yeah, it's beautiful, and now it has changed throughout the years. Iceland, like Andrew said, I've been there afterwards numerous times, and we have been there with kids afterwards as well. And even then, it was already a bit different than at the time when we went there to get married. It was more wild, kind of could go everywhere. There was no fences, And it's the sun in the summer is not setting. It's literally perpetual daylight, which is fantastic. You don't have to pay to look at the volcano or look at the geyser, things like that. It's just there. You just go wherever you want at whatever time of the day you want and enjoy the fantastic nature, the wild horses, the waterfalls, countless waterfalls. Fantastic nature, and so different. In a small country like that, you have glaciers, you have volcanoes, sand beaches, fields. It's a fantastic place.
Germany Travel, how are you? Welcome. It's great to see you. We got married in Whale, it translates to Whale Bay, and that's an actual whale carcass, a skeleton that was about 100 feet away from where we got married.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's called Whale Bay. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful, and every time we went there, we found something else and something even different that we already discovered before. Because we were so lucky to visit it a couple times at least, we got to discover it even in more depth than just for a day or two.
That is true, Andrew Hondo. I've heard about them. I've never been to them, but I've definitely heard about them, and I'd love to see them sometime. That is really cool. The whole country, all of Iceland is run on geothermal. If they got rid of cars, which are starting to put on the hydrogen, there's basically no more footprint left. Well, unless a volcano blows, but I guess you can't control that one. But other than that, yeah, it's amazing. It heats the roads because Iceland doesn't. The lower part does not get cold in the winter, really. So it heats the roads coming in. It heats the houses. They step it down to drink it, to make it cooler for drinking. So instead of a hot water tank, you got a cold water tank. It's really amazing. I bet that was a whale of a day. I love that.
One of the super fantastic experiences with hot springs when we and Andrew on our wedding, after the wedding, we went around Iceland. And we discovered this hot spring in the middle of nowhere volcanic fields. We actually had to use GPS coordinates to find it because it was just in a wilderness. There's like an open pit of hot spring. And we were in that hot spring, and the sun was just setting, although it's not really setting, and the wild horses were running against the background of volcanoes. There was nobody else for miles and miles around us, just the two of us, and just this fantastic nature around us in the middle of wilderness. I will never forget that. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. So wild and so untouched. Beautiful.
That's me discovering new land.
Yes, my God.
I forgot about this picture.
Yeah, we should use the next one with the. I think we have that with the computer there for our YouTube channel.
Yes, yes.
Newer.
The monument to computers.
Yeah. Inspired John, perfect chance. Well, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Inspired John, how you doing? Great to see you. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. I would love to go fishing in Iceland. Best salmon fishing around. Like when I went to Alaska fishing for steelhead and king halibut. Most definitely, most definitely. I don't know if you know this, Andrew. My dad is a guide on one of the bigger Atlantic salmon rivers in the world. Well, he just retired. He did it for over 20-some years, the Cascapedia River. And a lot of big 40-plus pound salmon, and it's all on fly reels only. There's no spinners allowed. You both look so young. I know it's 6 years ago, and it feels like 150 years ago sometimes. I kid you not.
I see a couple of you mentioned our outfits. In fact, our outfits are made by a Montreal designer local here. And one of the things I realized when we were doing those, because we had like 3 months to get our wedding planned by ourselves, in a country that we haven't been before, and get all the dresses and everything. So dresses, Andrew, for you too. And a fantastic designer, Victoria, from the store Dracolite here in Montreal. She actually does a medieval kind of clothing most of the time, but she used to do also the wedding clothes. So when we went to her with Andrew's idea to make a wedding apparel inspired by the Viking TV show from History Channel, she was stoked. She could do a wedding dress at Andrew's apparel as well, inspired by a flocky wedding. Yeah.
I didn't, though, go with the white.
No, but you did have a handmade runic writing belt that we still have as well, a leather belt that was handmade with runic writing. She took just those screenshots. Andrew brought the screenshots, and she made the dress handmade in literally less than 3 months. A designer dress from pictures, and it was cheaper than doing it a regular wedding dress in the store. And I loved it much better. So, if you ever thought that buying is less expensive than doing a designer one, it's actually the other way around, and all the little pieces, like everything was handmade, so detailed, So yeah, it was inspired by the Viking show. We love that show. And, a little bit of the Viking blood as well. Northern countries and stuff like that, so.
Kenneth, the Kentucky Fam Channel, how you doing? Thank you so much for the Happy Canada Day. Hope you're doing fantastic. It's great to see you. Hope you're doing well. And Jen and Mark, Fun and Fancy Free as well. Hi, Jen. How are you doing? It's awesome to see you. Hope you're doing well. That sounds great, Andrew. I bet your dad had good memories fishing on the river. I bet he caught some. The biggest one he caught was for the president of Coca-Cola Africa, and it was 47 pounds on a fly rod. That was the biggest one that for his guiding years. The biggest ever caught on the river was 54. Now I know they get bigger in the Pacific, especially coming through the ocean side. But yeah, for Atlantic salmon, that's pretty large. Grant McIntosh, well, thank you so much. Hope you and Janet are doing well.
Hey.
Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for dropping by. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, Destination Chronicles here as
Hey,
well.
welcome.
Eloped but planet, yes. Well, eloping means that nobody else knows that. So nobody else knew it, and we eloped to a destination wedding. That's what it is. But we had to plan it because otherwise you wouldn't be able to get married. You got to send the paperwork ahead of time if you're getting married outside of the country. You gotta send the paperwork ahead of time for them to grant you permission to be able to marry it. You can't just go there and get married and then be officially registered by Canada, because obviously it wasn't a fake theatrical marriage. We wanted a real thing, so we needed it to be official, and that's why we had to do it ahead of time. But it was literally 3 months, which is super short for a destination wedding like that. Not knowing how to do it really at that time.
And sorry, Ginger Sutter, just answering Andrew Hundo's question. No, large salmon don't taste good. It's it's always nice around that 6 to 10 pound, 15 pound. That's where the best taste is, of course. The meat gets less pink, more white, etc. They're trophy fish at that point, but most of them were catch and release. At that time, they were keeping them, but now everything is pretty much catch and release. So. Can you imagine that some of those camps, they pay $4,000 a day US to catch a salmon to release it? Thanks to Tank 6199. How are you? Great to see you. I hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome. How are you today? Good to see you again, I should say. You were there earlier today when we were on the road.
That's right. Oh no.
These are bad, really, really bad.
Ron G. Ksenia is my name.
Yeah.
Ksenia.
This is also interesting, learning. Oh, thank you so much, Patricia. Well, I feel bad. Like I say, we had a business for a little bit in Iceland temporarily. It was a long story, but I find Iceland such a fascinating place because there's nothing else to compare it in the world. It's literally its own planet, if you will. The lifestyle, the just everything about it is different. That's what I thought was so cool about it. I've traveled a good bit through Europe and everywhere, through North America. I haven't done Asia yet, but as far as it's just everything is different. That's what I thought was so cool about it. There's nothing really barely you can ever say, oh well, that's kind of like this or like that. It has its own identity, its own way of life. It's and you're on top of the world at the same time. It's really interesting.
If you have any questions, Patricia, let us know, because we have told this story a couple of times on our channel, and so we know lots of you guys haven't heard it, but we don't want to repeat completely everything for those that have heard it already. But as to what was Lydia's life. Hello.
Hey, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic.
Hey, good to see you. To what the Drop Family Garden was saying, and I mentioned that earlier today, we actually put the announcement on Facebook after we got married. So after we got married, we had that supper at our priestess's house, and then us and our photographer and his wife, we went to a local restaurant in Reykjavik, a laundromat it's called, very cozy place, and that's where we had our cake. We had our wedding cake there. And that's where we made a video and posted on our Facebook announcing to everybody that we know, like to our family and friends, that we got married. So we posted it, and nobody believed us.
Nope.
They're like, ha, you're just fooling us around because it was Canada Day.
Andrew being an idiot again, they were pretty much thinking I was pulling a fast one.
Yeah, so they didn't believe us. They thought it's just a prank. So our photographer and his wife actually had to make another video telling our friends and family that, we are their photographers. They actually just got married. It's true. Believe them. It's true. So that was quite funny, quite interesting like that. I wonder if it came up in the memories today. I'm going to look it after.
Yeah, I never even checked.
Announcement video. I haven't checked that one, So it was quite an interesting experience. Never really thought about it to be that way beforehand, but that was really cool. Those awesome scenes from Lord of the Rings were all filmed there, yes?
Definitely. And it is on our bucket list. There's Iceland. I wanted both sides of the world, so. Mm-hmm. Salvatore Vinciguerra, great to see you as well, bud. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. Happy Canada Day. Thank you so very much. Do appreciate it. I'm doing well, and yourself? Happy anniversary once again. Well, thank you so very much. It's great to have you in here. This is kind of an impromptu one, folks. We do appreciate it. We do appreciate it. It's great to see you all. No real format to it, just more talking with you guys, hanging out, which is fine. I'd say.
I like that.
Yep.
I like that, definitely. And I think New Zealand, Iceland, and the same as I was saying to Polly, Hawaii, I think is definitely those places that are super unique, just
Yes.
because of where they are located and what is, volcanoes and things like that around. That they are super unique, and there's nowhere else is exactly like that, just a couple of these places like that around the world. Justin Mello, thank you. Yes, those are
thank you.
courtesy. Most of them are courtesy of our photographer, Roman Gerasimenko. Fantastic people. Some of them are mine, but most of them are as his professional photos. Which actually inspired our wedding photography and videography business too. So
They're the ones that put it in gear.
yeah, so many things that got actually evolved from that trip and from our wedding in Iceland. It's unbelievable. We probably wouldn't have had YouTube channel if it wouldn't be for our wedding in Iceland.
That's true. Everything got put into gear because of it.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Kind of all snowballed and connected to each other, ended up on us being live today. It literally is all was interconnected.
That's
so.
the spot where we got married. It's a 700-year-old Viking site, and he got a great shot of it from above. And that's, you can see it was a hurricane, like we say that day, but just to the edge of that, where you see the gray start, is where the bay comes in. And then it was foggy, heavy rain. Our poor we were soaked. Xenia's veil almost caught on fire. How wet was it? There's our photographer there. There's a shot of him.
Yeah.
That's how drenched he was trying to take photos in this.
He was soaking wet in his Icelandic traditional sweater there. Oh my God.
Those sweaters work the same as kilts, and they're made from wool. All the sheep on Iceland are the same breed that were brought in by Vikings. That's why it's illegal to bring in any other types, so there's no crossbreeding.
Yeah.
And it's water repellent, and they all have their pattern around them the same as kilts. Funny little thing, in Iceland, the men have basically pure Norse blood, but the women, 60% or more, their blood is of Scottish descent because they were brought up from raids, and that's who populated. So it's not as many blondes as you think. There's a lot, mostly redhead and stuff like that. So, which I didn't know at the time. We noticed more redheads once we got there.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Only after finding out later on. Roger's in the house. Sorry, I just clicked off that. My apologies. Great to see you, buddy. Thank you so very much. It's awesome to see you. Canadian Drone Hub. Roger. If you don't, you got to check him out. That's where you'll find me all the time. Rock Truck Rob, another fellow Canadian. Hope you're doing fantastic. Oh, you guys are so cute. Thank you so much. A big shout out to our fellow Canadians, Rock Truck Rob and Canadian Drone Hub. Hope you're doing fantastic. Jackson, RC Aviation, how are you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. It's great to have you all in. Folks, if you guys haven't hit the like button, please do. This is kind of an impromptu one, but if you haven't done that yet, please do. It helps us out a lot.
They ended up being fantastic people because after that, even when we came back with kids years after, we stayed at their home and they really became good friends. You never know what kind of people you meet we literally met them that day on our wedding day. We only talked through Skype before, and it's fantastic. How you never know.
It was very hard to find a photographer in Iceland. That's part of what started our business later on, was realizing the struggles we had with ours. But then once we started the business, we realized why it's a struggle in Iceland. Things don't move very fast there. They're great people.
No.
But yeah, it's not easy. So it took Xenia a long time just for makeup, hair, and photographer.
Oh my God, yes. And they were a huge help in helping that, with organizing that, because it's so, like, you'll send them an email and maybe 3 weeks later there's an answer. And then you send an answer the same day, and there goes another 3 weeks for getting the answer,
There's the priestess that married us. This is the traditional Icelandic dog right there.
Yeah, they oh yeah, it's in her house. That was fantastic.
Thank you so much, Roger, for the happy anniversary, bud. Do appreciate it. You guys are like family. Pixel P, I actually love these just hanging out live streams, not as hectic as wheel nights. That is true. This is very true.
Thank you so much. Crazy Joker, hello, how are you?
Welcome. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Jackson RC joining us as well. Good to see everyone here. How are you doing? And happy Canada Day to each and every one of you, which if you just joined happens to be our wedding anniversary as well. So we're just hanging out with you guys today, sharing some pictures, some stories from our wedding in Iceland.
There's the monument to computers. I finally found it.
Yeah.
I was hoping to catch that when Ray Kit was in here.
Yeah.
That was taken. That's somebody. That's the whimsiness of Iceland right there in all its glory. Somebody put that up and made their monument. So.
Yeah. Well, it's still there. It's quite interesting. Definitely, you can find a whole bunch of diversity and different things in Iceland. That's for sure.
This is true.
Yeah. Glad to hear that you're well. That is awesome.
It is. There are cute dogs. Polly Bear, really, really beautiful dogs. Yeah, she's got two of them. I don't know if I have one with both of them, but yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, they're super friendly, Icelandic.
Oh, you're enjoying it as well, Rock Drop, the same as Pixelpia, enjoying the stream like this. Well, thank you so much, guys. Tonight it is our anniversary. We didn't want to go. Just wanted to hang out with you guys. That's all it was just hang out and talk a bit. Iceland is one of our probably favorite topics. We talked about it a lot, but we don't talk about it a lot.
Not anymore.
We could if we would move there tomorrow. I looked it up at the time we were looking into it.
We were thinking of moving,
but it was just too expensive. The houses have all been bought up in town or Airbnb, and the owners now have all moved to like Spain and places like that. There's almost really not many Icelandic people left in Reykjavik, the capital, and that's half the country's population. It's all foreigners now, and the price was just through the roof. So,
yeah. What century was that computer made?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how long it has been standing there. It was quite funny. It was in the middle of nowhere.
Definitely quirky. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, well, Iceland, in general, is a little bit quirky for sure.
But that's what I love. I love their attitude towards life. I really do. I really think that's what makes it so awesome. We were thinking of moving there for a while, especially, at the time when we had business there. We were seriously considering moving there and looking at school possibilities for kids and stuff like that. It's super peaceful, super safe. That's one of the reasons, and super safe for traveling as well. Lots of lone travelers and women alone and stuff like that are also going oftentimes there because it's super safe for traveling. Crime-wise, But like we said, lots of things have been changing since we got married. There's more fences, more things like that now, just because more tourists are coming now. It's sad. It's sad because Iceland was one of those places that people travel to once they've traveled for a while. And then came the cruise ships. And I'm not picking anybody that does cruises. Please don't get that wrong. But it was a whole different kind of tourist, and what used to be taken for granted, all of a sudden they had to start putting bars everywhere and velvet ropes and everything else, and it just took away that freedom that was there. It was really, really cool.
Yeah. HSC channel, there you go. Thank you so much. Thank you for you guys approving, yeah. Thank you, Roger, good to see you. How was your Canada Day today? How was it going today? How did you
guys hang out? Even on anniversary, got to hang out with Roger and them for a little bit. Always great to hang out with those guys. Canadian Drone Hub, that's where I spend most of my week. In the morning I'll drop in. The NDT show, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Polly, thank you so much for the selfie and happy anniversary shot for our Blue
Oh, that's
group.
awesome.
Hashtag Blue Ranch Group with our merchandise cup. And happy anniversary from Polly here on Twitter. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. My goodness.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, bud. Do appreciate it. Always great to see you. A sight for sore eyes you are.
Aw, thank you so much. Thank you. He was taking pictures the other day on Instagram. I don't know if I told you of the stuff that he was picking for the box to send again. He's taking pictures. Oh my God. I'm like, oh my God.
You're crazy.
He's
You're
like
crazy.
the sweetest person ever. Thank you so much. Thank you.
My internet sucks tonight. I'm so sorry to hear that, Roger. You're hey, they started doing the sizing the other day. They're going to be running cable through, which means new fiber optic. Roger is running show for over 2 years live with a speed when he's live of 0.2 upload.
Yeah, it's fantastic how it's even happening. I don't know.
It's a marvel.
A miracle.
I think they're going to do a special about Roger on Discovery Channel over that.
It's a miracle.
Yeah. Didn't they film a Bond film there, Pusa? That sure must have helped.
Yeah, they filmed Star Wars, a part of Star Wars as well. Lots of movies have been filmed there because it's cheaper. Lots of movies are stored there actually because their servers, some of the servers from Google are actually there as well because it's cheaper to store them there because of the cooling system and whatever else not. I don't know. Andrew maybe knows the detail more.
Here's a neat fact about Iceland. This is from when we were in the travel business and going to the trade shows and all that. In short, in 2008, when we all had the economic crash, they were one of the few countries to actually put their politicians in jail for what happened, which more countries should have copied. But nonetheless, they were pretty much left bankrupt. And they were left to their own demise. Basically, they were this close to getting picked up by Russia. There were talks, the paperwork, and everything towards basically becoming part.
Yeah.
It was not like early discussions. It was very late in the game. Iceland Air flies two ATVs in our life. How are you? Absolutely awesome to see. Hope you're doing fantastic. So what they do is Iceland Air flies all their flights through Iceland. So if you fly, say, from here to Denmark, you fly to Reykjavik, then you switch planes, and then you go to Denmark. So in a last-ditch attempt to save their country's sovereignty, it was literally like a crapshoot because the fishing had all gone down. That's where they lost so much money. Fishing was plummeted because of overfishing, etc. They took the last of their money and basically threw it on red in the fact of they discussed, well, not everybody wants to come to Iceland for a 2-week trip like they do other places. And the most ingenious marketing tool that ever was created, in my opinion, happened in Iceland. That's when they came up with the double trip, the stopover. And what they said is, we know you don't want to maybe spend 2 weeks here, but how about having 2 trips for the price of 1? All of our flights go through Iceland. The government was helping them to keep the rates very low in the flights to keep them super competitive. And instead of just going to Denmark or just going to Sweden or just going to wherever, Dublin, etc., how about you have 2 trips? And therefore you fly in Iceland as long as you stay less than 7 days. There's no get on, get off taxes put on your flight, which saved a ton of money. Which people then started doing like 3-day weekends in Iceland on their way over, stuff like the Blue Lagoon, even if it was for the day. And that saved the country, not only saved it, but by 2015 already, I think it was the 2nd or 3rd year, they were the #1 travel destination in the world. It was the greatest. I mean, it took them from dire straits to becoming the #1 tourist destination in the world for that simple fact. Instead of being greedy and trying to find ways, knowing it probably wouldn't work because most people wouldn't find enough to do in 2 weeks that aren't pure like travel backpack tourists, they set it up that way. So if you went to Ireland, well, you could do Iceland and Ireland for no extra cost except your hotels when you were there or however you chose to travel. There was no penalty for getting off the plane and getting back on as long as you didn't stay 7 days. So it made a really, really quick turnaround. It enticed a lot more people that couldn't afford to go there and another place. All of a sudden, okay, yeah, I can add 2 days onto this, or I can take away 2 days from my other trip and get to see 2 places. There's only like 130K people. There's 300K, but 150, like half the whole country's population lives in Reykjavik, which in Canada is about the size of Regina, Saskatchewan, which is not very big. And then after that, the next biggest city is Akureyri, my favorite city. Town is 17,000. That's the next biggest after it. And after that, it even goes way down. It's so sparsely spread out.
And Kalichi asked about Reykjavik. How big is Reykjavik? And did they have skyscrapers and stuff? Was there a video game store? Funny story, video game store. Our priestess... when we were talking about with her, when she was getting certificates for us, remember? She actually, we asked her if we could drop her off somewhere, she said, "Can we drive to a video game store?" Remember that?
Yes.
She was gonna get some video games for her grandkids. So yes, there is a video game store, and there's a couple of sky rises as well. Especially in the later years, they have built some high rises that are hotels, mostly hotels. And if you want to see a little bit more pictures, these are some of the older ones from Iceland and Reykjavik, because he was asking about Reykjavik.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Pictures. We have tons of Reykjavik pictures throughout the years and times of being there. Numerous times. There have been a lot. There are some of the nature pictures, but some of where the city you can see, those are Reykjavik pictures.
This is actually, Xenia was talking a while ago, this is the night on our honeymoon, our second night on our honeymoon.
Yeah.
This is the lagoon we found by GPS coordinates, and we were laying in this is the outside of the body of water. Then there was another one came around from it, more like a pool setup where they put like rocks down for you to sit on 2 flat rocks. And we were laying in there at midnight. This was taken around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And we were drinking Icelandic beer and watching the wild Icelandic horses galloping across the horizon there, all along the backdrop of those mountains, and that. One of the most amazing places I've ever seen.
Thank you so much. Yeah, those are mine. Haven't done too much lately with photography, but yeah, those are mine. You can see some of the wildlife there. We got to see puffins. Oh my god, that was so beautiful too. Close up.
Yeah, Xenia's photography is phenomenal, guys. It really, really is. And that's what we started when it's our business. She does the photography side. And when we first started, YouTube was nothing more to push our business, and she was working on Instagram and places like 500 Pixel, adding her photos and that.
Yeah, so you can search for my name. You can find a lot of things around the place. This is this was the
not bad drop. The beer was okay. I wouldn't say it's the best I've ever had, but it was nice. You know, it's all part of the experience. It's one of those things that just because you're out in the middle of nowhere and you put them all together. Beer was illegal there up until 1989 or so, when they closed the base. Because up until 1989, the Reykjavik airport was the U.S. Air Force base, so you had to have Army clearance just to be able to fly into Iceland, even if it was for a trip. Iceland is on the bucket list, as is New Zealand. Just to visit their schools. Oh, I can imagine. That would be awesome, Pixelpia.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I don't know why we're the same way. Everybody that has Iceland on their bucket list seems to have New Zealand. They go hand in hand. They really do complement each other.
Mystique around it, I guess.
If we won the lottery, the kids would be homeschooled. We would be traveling all the time. All the time. I know Xenia just took a heart attack when I said that. The idea after
I've been homeschooling them for the last 3 months.
That's why when I said it, I think I threw her in the shot. We'll hire a teacher to travel. We'll hire Pixelpia to travel with us. She can teach.
Reykjavik is bigger than I thought. Well, yeah, it's definitely, it's not like, I mean, you can probably walk from one side to side, but it is kind of more, there's a downtown side where it's literally like 2 streets, but then it's more spread like to the sides. This picture is actually taken from the plane. It's actually taken from the plane, and it is a volcano, the one that erupted whatever years ago and stopped everything in Iceland and in Europe. Yeah.
That's the one that put the brakes on the world for a little bit, the flying world. This is so typical of Iceland. This is Iceland driving.
Yes. Days of driving through this beautiful, fantastic scenery, and you get up on the mountains, and it's ice and snow, and they get down as beautiful, lush fields. It's fantastic.
It's such a beautiful place for doing road trips. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Pixelpia. I'm surprised actually you haven't been in Iceland.
Yeah, me too, to be honest.
Sweden. And it's so quick, the Passover there. And that's how we went to our honeymoon after to Europe. And on the way back, we actually went around Iceland. So we kind of stopped twice in Iceland on that trip.
Glitchy says there's a lot of fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons stories inspired by both. The aspect of fantasy is why they go hand in hand. Is because that's very true. That's a really good way of putting it. It really does. It's mystical. It really is mystical.
Yeah, definitely. And there's lots to discover.
Glitchy, yeah, I fell over. Yeah, my mic went tumbling down. I forgot to tighten it a while ago when I set it up in the angle. Sorry about that.
Yeah, fantastic. Every time you go, there's something else to discover. And each side of Iceland, like I said, although it's small, it's completely different. Like south side is so much different than east or west. Like it's in such a small island, you see such a diversity of nature.
Yep.
Just going around. how many days it took us to go around?
We did it in 6, but we travel fast in very, very long days. Most people,
Yeah.
and you know what, I'd like to go. Well, we've seen it now again as we broke it more with the kids.
Well, yeah.
We did
but
it
the
once.
first time.
We did it once on our own, and we did it once with the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
This too is very iconic Iceland as well. The little, like the house, it's not a little house, but it's so dwarfed by everything around it. Just
Whoa, yeah, the volcanoes. It's the first time when you land there, you literally feel like you're in Mars because you are surrounded by volcanic fields of nothingness for miles right after you get out of the Keflavik airport. You know, so definitely it's a different feel right out the get-go. It's beautiful. Andrew been there in the winter as well, and you would think that it's cold there, but in fact, at the time when Andrew was here, he went for a job to a fair there, and it was colder here in Montreal than it was in Iceland. He was there calling me -3, and while I was here it was -38. I'm like, come on, you went to Iceland. Shouldn't be the other way around.
ATGH Travels, how are you? Great to see you. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. Do appreciate it, as well as our Boyd as well. Thank you both so much for the kind wishes. Do appreciate it. Like I say, folks, it's kind of a relaxing time tonight. Nothing too over the top. Just hanging out with you guys. Checking out some shots right now of Xenia's taken from Iceland, different parts. Reports Reykjavik Harbor. Reykjavik Harbor is also amazing because against the mountain backdrop, all the boat colors. And to see like very whimsical in the art as well. I love that.
Yeah.
That's a part of Iceland as well. It's got its own vibe to it everywhere, and I think that's what makes it so amazing.
Definitely. Yeah, you asked me on Twitter if we rode the Icelandic horses. You can, of course, you can do the rides and stuff like that, but I think I enjoyed even more the ones who are actually wild. They are not the same as sheep are roaming everywhere. They're not, you know, in any fences or anything. The same with horses. The actual true Icelandic horses are just roaming the fields, and they're just there. You know, there are places where you can ride them, and places where they actually breed them. But they live in the wild there. The picture that I posted on Twitter earlier this week, those were wild ones, like the ones that we just came across, which is so fantastic. And they're super friendly. They're so curious. They see a human, they want to say hi right away.
Sean the Great Gamer, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to see you. This is Icelandic sheep. These are the ones with the bloodline from the Viking time. This is what you'll see all through there. Do not hit one with a car or you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be the farmer's going to want money if you're caught. They're going to want money before you take off.
Yeah, every September they gather them together. They actually get volunteers from other countries, and they gather all the nation together, and they round up the sheep for the winter. All of that sheep that's roaming around wildly gets banded together.
This is a shower from a hot water springs in the middle of nowhere running through one of the lines that's up. There's lots of hot springs, but this one was an actual put together shower and drinking to get water, which was really cool.
And food is super fresh, like fish is just caught.
That was, everything you get like that fish is all cod that was caught within the last 12 hours.
There is a burger joint, but not your, it's not a McDonald's. Actually, the only place where McDonald's haven't survived. They were there, and then
the only country for McDonald's to go bankrupt.
Yeah, then they decided it's not the best place. But they do have McDonald's. There actually was I remember, not the McDonald's, the burger place. Remember that burger place right beside the Marina Hotel where we stayed? That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good.
It is local food, and it's much better than McDonald's, I can tell you that.
Food is not cheap, but it's really good, and it's not a place where you're gorgeous unless you have the hot dogs. The hot dogs are the fastest thing around for the lowest price.
Well, what do they taste like? In fact, their famous hot dog is made out of sheep, beef, and pork. It's a mix of three. And it tastes different than your regular hot dog, and is one of the cheapest things you can have there. We actually, when we went there with kids, we had a lot of them because it was the cheapest thing to eat, but it was really delicious because it's just a mix of it, you know. Yeah, and they have that roulade and like fresh and dried onions on top of it and stuff like that.
There's the hot dogs there. There's a shot of them.
Yeah. very popularized by Bill Clinton and some other celebrities in the States.
James Hetfield from Metallica.
Yeah. But they are super delicious as well. They do have Subway and KFC.
The main ingredient into it is lamb and then pork and beef. So lamb takes precedence onto
Yeah,
it.
definitely. You're raising chickens now. No, I didn't know that. Drops Family Garden.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
That is amazing. Interesting. Everybody's getting into something.
Yep, I like that.
John is getting into ducks. Drops Family Garden is getting into chickens.
Andrew and his baseball dad vibes coming out.
They're really good, though. They're fantastic.
That's the first thing you got to do when you get off the plane is go and have one. That's always the... you always hear it from other tourists until you go yourself, and then you're like, yeah, I get it. Now I get why.
The only thing that is terrible is coffee there.
Yes.
Coffee is super small and terrible.
This is where we took the kids one time. We have a picture of Audrey asleep in Xenia's arms at 3 o'clock in the morning. This was shot at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's a hot spring. This is one of the old-time style one that's been there for hundreds of years with all the rock cribbing around it. They had it sheltered in as well at one time, but that was all falling apart. And that you find by GPS. And this is one that's used more by the locals, and that's the type that's really awesome. But you might not always get the greatest reception from the locals for being into it. These ones were pretty cool, though.
Yes, yeah, definitely. They were the locals at the time when we went there. There were some kind of 20-year-olds or something.
Yeah.
Again, it's not a commercial place. It's just in the middle of nowhere, a farmer's field, location. And those are the best, really. I was going to take the dog out. He said in Florida, and we haven't had a dog here for. Oh my God, big selfie. She wanted to take the dog out that is in Florida, although she's in New Jersey right now. I think it's time to go to sleep, Big Selfie, yeah?
You've been pushing yourself way, way, way too hard.
Good thing you didn't go out already. Doggy. My God.
That's taken in the dead of night as well. That's what the everlasting sun of the summer.
How about Philly cheesesteak? Yeah, we can get anything there, really. And the thing is, it's fresh because they can't get, tons of food ahead of time just because of the shipping and stuff. They're on an island, so whatever they get, they cook. Whatever they catch, they cook, so it's super fresh at that. Come to Minnesota, we will show you how coffee can taste good. Yeah, the thing in Europe in general, and that's the thing coming from me, from Europe, it's small. Like, I constantly had to do double even to get the small version of North American coffee, because it's literally like this, and it's not espresso, and it's not good. Yeah, not just in Iceland. In general, I find the Europe coffee is not good. So yeah. That looks perfect, like a masterpiece. So thank you so much. Looks like a painting. Thank you. Do appreciate that. Thank you.
And these are all Xenia's photos, every one of these ones.
Yeah, Glitchy was asking, so that's why I posted it. I'm sure you can find some more, but that's that's the one I can remember right now. There's some on our Instagram. If you scroll through our Instagram, you're gonna see a lot of Iceland there as well from earlier pictures. So check that out. Thank you. I was looking for him. Oh my God, big selfie. It's time to bed.
You guys are too
funny. Oh my God, you're too funny. Yes. I hope your day was great today. You're back. That's great. Thank you so much, Ron. Dumble Mine. Thank you for joining us in before sleep. Oh.
4 a.m. Where are you located, Dumble Mine?
Sweden makes great coffee. We had coffee in Stockholm, and I can't really judge that from couple coffees we had there, but I don't know. I can't judge it because we haven't had it for a long time. I can definitely say that in Iceland, no. Like, we had plenty of coffee that was terrible. But just it really, I don't know, just in general impression from Europe, I haven't had from the places that we have been to. And it's small, like it's literally, maybe I'm just too long have been here. And the first shock of being back in Europe was like, what is this? It's not even espresso. It's just a extra small coffee. Rockshot Rob, thanks
for being here, buddy. A ton of love to you. I hope you're doing well out there. I hope you're keeping busy, staying safe, all that good stuff. It's always, always nice to see you. You have a good one. Be well, okay? Have a great day. From Poland.
Oh,
Poland, 'cause I was
love
doing-
Poland.
Yeah, I was doing the timeline in my head. That's why, because Latvia is 7 hours. That's why I was curious. From Poland, I went to Poland. I've only been to Krakow, but I would love to get back and really get to go through the country and see more of it. I feel like I only just got a tiny, tiny sliver of it.
Yeah, and I am from Latvia, so I'm pretty familiar with the other end of the world, even further than Poland.
Coffee?
Good to see you here. Thank you for jumping in. Get a room. Try coffee in England. Is it terrible? Is it terrible? I don't know, Andrew. Did you drink coffee in England? when you were
No,
there?
you see, back then I wasn't much of a coffee drinker. I don't even think I was drinking coffee at the time yet. It's only the last couple of years.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I wasn't even. I never drank coffee in my. I tried it once every 4 years and hated it. And what happened was I kept putting more sugar in every time, thinking that was the problem. And then I found in the end it's because I don't like the sugar. And there you go. Now I'm hooked on the sauce. So
Bring coffee to Iceland. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Do they just raise livestock there, or are they able to grow staples like wheat and root veggies?
they have one of the most amazing ecosystems in the world, self-created. What they do is that Blue Lagoon that we showed you, where the power plant is, the lines run into town that heat and all the buildings, etc., and the roads. Well, it also stops along the way, that water, and heats all of their greenhouses. And in their greenhouses, they grow everything from strawberries to cucumbers to you name it, they grow it. So almost no food is shipped into Iceland. And what do they use for fertilizer, you ask? Well, that would be from their fishing. Everything that's left over from the fishes uses the fertilizer for it. So it's an amazing ecosystem. They're so far ahead of the rest of us in that part. I mean, it's a lot easier to tap into their geothermal, don't get me wrong. But it's an incredible way of life.
Forgot what the creamer is. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm a sweet tooth. I need sugar. I'm actually drinking less and less now through the day. I actually don't have sugar anymore. But I am a sweet tooth, so.
It's not the best. Oh no.
So they do vertical indoor farming. Yeah, they have greenhouses.
Yep. All across the country, and tapping into that geothermal and using that to grow everything pretty much they need. So.
Yeah. They have everything there, and you can actually in that night when you drive, you actually see these light up, literally little squares, all over the place.
Oh God, yeah, we can't show that.
Nope. They're shooting fireworks outside of my trailer. Oh wow, Kenneth. Well, happy Canada Day. Happy Canada Day to you. Drinking iced coffee here in Massachusetts. Yeah, I love iced coffee. Andrew doesn't like iced coffee. I like it.
That's kind of an example of what you see all along the highway is like this, and they're growing everything and different greenhouses for different things, some mixed, of course. But yeah, it's all heated. It basically costs them nothing to heat because it's all done on geothermal. It's all just natural water running up, heating the turbines to spin. And they use it. That's why aluminum is one of the big products over there, because the simple fact is aluminum takes a ton of electricity to create, and there it's almost nothing. That's also why servers are there.
Yep.
It's very cheap on electricity to run a ton of servers.
Like I said, some of the Google servers are there as well.
Yep.
So who knows? Maybe our videos and live streams are stored there.
That's right. Exactly.
But that's why they also film lots of the movies there because of that reason as well. It's just cheaper. Patricia is hearing some fireworks too. Well, happy Canada Day!
There you go. So I'm doing in the honor of.
Happy Canada Day! No, they're actually doing fireworks for our anniversary, Andrew.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, that's what it is.
Good God!
So, definitely gonna find the reason here. Happy Canada Day to you. Canadian at heart. No matter where you are, you don't have to be in Canada to feel Canadian. If you say enough sorries, you are partially Canadian.
Yeah.
Just say sorry after every sentence. And now I want to go to Iceland to see the farm. You really should. I think they also have tours for that as well. I'm sure you can. It would be possible to organize something like that. But it's definitely an interesting experience in that matter as well. How they utilize. They're very self-sufficient.
Very
Super
resilient, very resilient people. That's what I love about it. I love their outlook on life. We're not trapped on an island. It's our kingdom on our island. And that's what I love that. And the same with St. John's for Newfoundland as well here. It's that same kind of attitude. It's not holding us back. It's actually what makes us so strong. You can really feel that kind of energy into it. I love it. I really do.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think Andrew was saying already, like, if they would go to the hydrogen cars and stuff, they would literally have no pollution because it's literally just the cars that are producing it. And they could live without anybody else in the world. They really don't need it. You know, they're so self-sufficient. So.
Good night, Jen. You have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for the kind wishes once again and for being here. It's such a pleasure, as always.
Glitchy, I'm sure you can find a way to celebrate us here too. There's nothing going on. It's just us celebrating it.
Drop says, I know I want to build a geothermal greenhouse. I wish that would start. I know we have to dig a lot deeper in the crust for most of us for where we live in that. But I so wish that would catch up. I'm not a tree hugger. I'm not all that stuff. I just think it's so amazing the way you can feel it in the air. Like even in the downtown core, for instance, in Reykjavik, it's not the biggest one in the world, but at 150,000 people in there living there, and then say the tourists, you're looking at 170, 180,000. I don't know. I'm just taking a number off the top of my head, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like a very small town. Like you don't taste it in the air, you don't anything, the port is right there, there's no haze over anything. That is what's so cool about it. I think it's really awesome. God A28, hey guys, long time no see, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's great to have you in here. We've just been chatting away about all things Iceland, our wedding, and of course Canada Day, all mixed into one. So
and Drop said that their great-grandfather was Canadian.
Oh, really?
That's awesome.
Well, all of us, in North America alone, we're only a couple hundred years old in the line, and there was lots of jumping. That line has changed many times, and people were just going back and forth. So we have a lot in common, a lot connected. I'm not a tree hugger either, but I am an environmentalist, exactly. And it just seems like such a great thing to have. It's one of the great gifts of nature to harness is that geothermal. I truly believe into it. I think it's awesome.
By the way, the Good Cell Life is also having their anniversary. Just shout out to the Good Cell Life. We already found 4 people that are celebrating today. That is fantastic.
I got my awesome. Discord popping off now. Happy anniversary, guys. Glad to have joined the Plus group today. However, take it easy. See, once again, Glitchy, thank you so much for becoming a member. It's great to have you aboard. Do appreciate it. A big shout out once again to Glitchy, who became a member tonight. Wrenched up Plus as on top of that. Thank you so very much, and I hope you have a fantastic night.
Thank you so much, and I will DM you back the link to the Facebook group. Thank you.
We left my brother-in-law, and now I have a sweet tooth.
And no cakes around. Yes, that's terrible. What are you gonna do now?
That's sad. That's a sad story. That's poor
Can't tease us anymore.
I wish I could. If I could find a way to get them to you right now, I would. Pixel Pia. You're breaking my heart right now. If anybody deserves cakes right now, it should be you for all that you do. For not just us, forget about that, for your sister-in-law and all the stuff that you do.
Yes, definitely.
Well, guys, I think that's pretty much it. We weren't going to plan to stay on too long tonight. Just wanted to hang out with you guys for a while. This was kind of an impromptu one. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do. It helps us out a lot. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Maybe.
Thank you so much.
Maybe.
You
never know.
You never know.
It's summer.
It's summer, yes. Peace and love. All good to see you all. It was great to see you, Karaoke Ken. Thank you so much for dropping by, each and every one of you guys. It was absolutely awesome. It was a lot of fun. This night, I agree too. Sometimes it's nice just to turn down the speed a bit and just kind of hang out with you guys. And the summer is wonky. We're on and off and all that stuff. But the fall, we have a lot of big changes coming. What we're going to be doing to our channel. So I hope you guys are hanging in there with us and see what's coming up in that and all the good stuff. But I hope you're also having a great summer, staying safe while doing so, I hope. But nonetheless, enjoying it. Thank you guys for everything, for all the kind wishes. all the love. You guys are awesome.
Happy
You guys are awesome.
Canada Day!
Happy Canada Day to you all, folks. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Happy anniversary to you. Alrighty, folks. Well, take care. We'll see you soon. Bye for now. I knew that was going to turn them off. Yeah, I know you guys could hear us. We realize that now, and yeah,
I'm so sorry. Oh, no.
but we knew they were going to do that to our channel tonight. Sorry about that. Have a good night, everybody.
Night, night.